Hello and welcome back. It's been about 2 weeks since I last posted now, so just wanted to continue on with my progress. So basically I've discussed now that doing little things like cleaning your room, making your bed every day, to try to take control of the small elements of your life, to give yourself those small wins so that you can give yourself a greater sense of control. Because if you can control one little thing, that means that maybe you control a bigger thing. And, I know that I myself, and I suspect the majority of people, when they're not happy with their life or they're feeling depressed, they're anxious, things are going wrong, they're feeling out of control, they're lost, all of those sensations in life that we all go through at least some point in our life. Some of us, it just seems to feel like it drags on. When that happens, the biggest issue I see is that we try to tackle it all at once. Now, it's extremely difficult to tackle what appears to be a monumental issue in one hit. And when you look at these big problems and things that appear big to you, it seems extremely daunting and it seems impossible. So one of two things tends to happen. One, you give up completely because, well, what the heck is the point? You're never going to achieve it. Or you go hell for leather into it, you push really hard, you jump straight to step 10, skipping steps 1 through 9, and you start to make a little bit of progress, and because you haven't put any foundations there, you wind up collapsing. Now, I know that this is something that has happened to me on multiple occasions, and so this is why I'm trying to do this smaller step-by-step process. And I hope that this can help some others at the same time, because I know I'm definitely not alone in this. So this has probably been coming close to a month now. I have been making my bed every morning. I've kept my room clean and tidy. I now have a habit of I'm actually walking a minimum of 3 times a week. I get up half an hour earlier. So for me, it's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I get up half an hour earlier on those days and go for a walk. I usually wind up going for a walk on one of the other days, usually on one of my days off from work, so that get that little bit of exercise, fresh air, no sort of like time constraints involved there. I'm not feeling miraculously better, but I am starting to feel more of a sense of control over things. It's hard to describe, really. So if you go through and actually commit to doing these small steps, you will find a sensation in a relatively short period of time of less of that sense of the walls caving in or crushing in on you, because you're actually showing yourself mentally and emotionally that you can do something. It's not necessarily a big something, but it's a something. It's similar to my previous talk about taking action. My anxiety, depression, taking action video podcast. Because you're doing something and it is effective, it is something that you are achieving, you are giving yourself that sense that you can control your environment. And by having that small level of control, it does ease that sense that it's impossible. I am finding those bigger problems easier to deal with. I am finding when things go wrong, I'm less prone to collapsing and sinking into a deep hole of depression and anxiety over things. Do I find myself still going into a negative thought process where I'm looking at things and thinking, what's the point? Yes, I do. Yeah. Let's not kid ourselves here. There's no magic bullet. If you are going through a sense of that, it's not a matter of snapping your fingers and going, oh, wow, cool, I made my bed, everything's fine. No. But that's happening less. I'm feeling more in control. I'm feeling a little better about myself. I'm actually feeling quite good about the fact that I've managed to stick with this. Because I'd usually give up. I'd usually go, oh, what the hell? What's the point of making my bed? Who cares? I'd do that one day, and then the following day I'd do it again, and the next day, and then I'd just not make my bed. And, there's no pride in that. It's only a small thing, but I continue to do it. I've stuck with it. There's pride to be taken in that. So I've got that. The fact that I've continued to, I'm sticking with walking 3 times a week. I'm getting up half an hour earlier. I feel good about myself because I've stuck with that. It's a little thing, but I've stuck with it. I'm not eating perfectly. So I haven't actually been weighing myself because I'm kind of afraid of it. But the fact of the matter is here, though, is that I'm sticking with certain elements, and I've committed to doing that, and I'm sticking with that. I haven't got to the point yet that I'm putting the full commitment to eating exactly right and not eating the wrong thing. But because I'm sticking with these other elements, I've got more of a sense of confidence that when I get to that step, that I'm going to stick with it, because I've shown that I can stick with these less complicated things for me. Eating is my vice, sugar and junk food and that's my comfort zone. So, as I said in one of my earlier videos, if it's your big bugbear, don't tackle it first. Maybe try to do something to sort of ease a little, but don't tackle it. Because if you tackle your big one and you've got all these little ones there, then how the heck are you going to do it? You'll just collapse back. So at this stage, I've shown my patterns. I've shown the good habits. I really encourage anybody who's watching or listening to try this. To really, really give it a go, because it'll give you something to fall back on. It's silly and it's small, but it's something. So much of the time we look at the world and we go, I can't do anything. What's the point? I might as well sit down and eat that bucket of ice cream because I can't do anything else. Well, I've got to the point now as well, I can actually, I can, control myself to make my bed every day. I can control the fact that I'm keeping my room clean. I can control the fact that I'm getting up 3 times a week, half an hour early, and going for a 20-minute, half an hour walk. I can control this. So this now gives me the backing, that foundation, that when I take that next step to say, okay, no more junk, I can do that. Because I've proven I can commit and stick with stuff. And you can do it too. What's the point in going on a diet if you can't even do just the ordinary little things? Because you'll convince yourself of it. You'll fall straight back. It's what happens to most of us. You'll fall straight back into the bad habits. Why? Because you don't have any of the little good habits to say, oh yeah, well, this is a bit tougher, but I can do the easy stuff. Whereas what normally happens is, how can I handle doing this hard stuff? Because I can't even do the easy stuff. Well, do the easy stuff. Get used to doing that. Make it a habit. Do that first. Challenge yourself. If you haven't started doing it already, please get out there and do it. Make your bed every single day. Clean your room. Tidy it up. I'm not talking about polish. Just get it clean and tidy. Make it organized. Set yourself some basic, simple exercise that you would not normally do. Do it. Commit to it. You know, they reckon take some 30 days to create a habit or some garbage like that. Everybody in the world keeps on arguing about that. You'll find a different theory everywhere. But the fact of the matter is, if you keep on doing it, it becomes a habit. Making my bed in the morning is not an issue anymore. By the time I'm ready for work, my bed's made. I've forgotten I even did it. You know, I've occasionally walked into my room just to check to make sure I did, because I can't remember doing it because it's become a habit now. So, it was actually my birthday this week, and I ate a lot of junk. 45. Never thought I'd make it this far. So I've pretty definitely put on weight this week. So the goal now is that I'm going to start being more strict with myself. I'm going to be cutting out all of the energy drinks, which I had started to get back into again. And I'm going to cut out the junk. And I'm going to find something in the evenings, which is my bad point. I've been eating a lot more food, so I'm going to find something that's healthy that I can have when I'm finding that urge to eat at night, which generally speaking, realistically, is out of boredom. So I'm going to start by just switching out. I'm also going to start throwing in a little bit more exercise this week as well. I want to actually go from the basics and just start to actually get my fitness and my strength starting to head towards a better state. I'm 45 years old. If I don't do something about it soon, it's going to be close to impossible for me to do, because my age will be working so far against me that it's going to be near impossible. Other than that, I've somewhat rambled this time, but hopefully you've taken something out of it. Please tune in for my next video. I'm going to try to structure it a lot more concisely, so that you can actually follow a clear pattern with it, and I can give you a really good overview of an understanding of how to actually tackle it. Other than that, thank you very much for listening, and I will catch you next time and give you an update as to how well I'm going with not eating rubbish and eating better food, as well as doing that extra level in my exercise. All right, other than that, thanks very much. Catch you next time.